Hey everybody, it's Andrew and welcome back to my channel. What a great show last night. The 72nd Miss Universe pageant was incredible. So this year's pageant took place in El Salvador, and they really pushed El Salvador's tourism very heavily in prelims and in the final show. And I gotta say, El Salvador looks beautiful. So first I want to talk about the stage. The stage was really cool. It was a cross runway design, and normally I'm not a big fan of that, but this one I really liked. The backgrounds were actually inspired by the natural beauty of El Salvador, like the volcanoes and the ocean. It was really amazing and it looked great on TV. And at the end of the day, this is a television broadcast, so a good stage is needed. Olivia Culpo and Jeannie Mai returned as hosts this year, but they were joined with Maria Menounos, so 3 hosts, and we had Zuri Hall and Catriona Gray as our backstage commentary for the Roku channel, which was amazing. I love Kat, I love Zuri, and they have such great energy together. All right, so then it came time for the top 20 announcement. So if you're not familiar, the way that the top 20 semifinalists are chosen is from the preliminary competitions, so that's the swimsuit and evening gown competition, as well as their closed door interviews that they do that we do not get to see. And those scores, along with a fan vote, compile our top 20. Anyways, let's get into it. Here are the 2023 top 20. Nicaragua, Spain, Puerto Rico, Namibia, Venezuela, India, Thailand, Chile, Jamaica, USA, Nepal, Peru, Cameroon, Colombia, Pakistan, Australia, Philippines, Portugal, South Africa, El Salvador. There were a lot of firsts in this group. So it was first time placement for Cameroon and Pakistan. Pakistan, actually, this is their first year ever sending a delegate. So great first outing from Pakistan. The first married woman and mother to place is Miss Colombia, and the first transgender placement is Portugal. This just goes to show that all the rule changes and updates to make this pageant new and fresh are really not just for show, and they're opening doors to so many amazing candidates. And it really shows in our finalists this year. So then it was time to catch up with Miss Universe 2022, Arbany Gabriel, and she looked incredible. That blue dress, I think that was probably like one of my favorite looks I've ever seen her in, and there have been a lot. That look was fire. Her style is just amazing. I don't think there's ever been Miss Universe that was so fashion forward and had such an amazing eye for cutting edge fashion. Then it was time for the swimsuit competition. This year's swimsuits were specifically designed for the Miss Universe competition by Ruben Singer, and they're his Off the Runway collection. And one thing cool is that you can actually purchase these swimsuits. You can pre-order them now. One thing I noticed that they had capes, or the first group I should say in prelims had these capes during the swimsuit competition, and then nobody else had them. And I was like, oh, maybe they were meant for finals night, but then we didn't see them on finals night. So if anybody knows anything about those capes that the first group in prelims wore, can you leave it down in the comments below? I'm actually pretty curious to know what happened to those capes. So my best in swim were Nicaragua, India, Pakistan, and Australia. All right, then we moved right on to our top 10 announcement. The top 10 are Puerto Rico, Thailand, Peru, Colombia, Nicaragua, Philippines, El Salvador, Venezuela, Australia, and Spain. So now time for the evening gown competition, where we were all serenaded by the great John Legend. Such good music to accompany the ladies as they showed their best in evening gown. And speaking of best in evening gown, my best in evening gown were Thailand, Puerto Rico, Colombia, and Philippines. After the evening gown competition, we learned who the lucky top 5 were. And they are Australia, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Thailand, and Colombia. Overall, such a great mix of contestants in our top 5. Then it came time for the stressful part. This is such a nerve-wracking round. It is one of my favorites because we do get to hear the contestants speak and kind of get to know them a little better. But it is nerve-wracking because there have been plenty of times where, somebody gets nervous and then they, so Anyways, overall, they did pretty well. But these questions I noticed were more job interviewee than they were political or like typical Miss Universe or typical pageant questions, which I actually really liked. So the topics that were covered were global gender equality. What would you bring to the Miss Universe brand? What guides you as a leader? Online bullying. And how would you live your last day? So tough. Some of these could be tough. I could see how they could throw some of the contestants for a loop, but they all did very well. I personally liked Thailand's answer better, referring to online bullying. She started off just saying, don't listen to them, but then she kind of tied it into like, don't let what they say deter you from doing what you want to do, being who you want to be, going after something that you want, which was really inspiring to me. Alrighty, then it's time for our top 3. Can't believe we're already here. The top 3 are Thailand, Australia, and Nicaragua. So our top 3 move on to the final question, which this round is different. They all are asked the same question to kind of judge their answers against each other. So the final question this year was, if you could live 1 year in another woman's shoes, who would you choose and why? Thailand chose Malala Yousafzai, Australia chose her mom, Nicaragua chose Mary Wollstonecraft. I do think that Nicaragua had the best answer, the most complete answer. So now it's time for Arbany Gabriel, Miss Universe 2022, to take her final walk. And she came out in this beautiful, I don't even know how to describe it, but you're looking at it, this beautiful red dress with the beautiful headpiece and structure, and she's just amazing. And she had such an incredible reign, and she did so many things for the first time that Miss Universe has never done before. I just think she has such an amazing presence, and I really believe that she is going to become a really big star. But we are going to miss her as our Miss Universe. But with one woman's reign ending, another woman's reign is beginning. But before we got to the crowning, they announced the location of next year's pageant. Miss Universe 2024 will take place in Mexico. And I really like that they're doing this. They did it last year at Miss Universe 2022, announcing El Salvador as the location for the next pageant. And I kind of hope they continue. Anyways, now it came time for the crowning moment. So Australia was announced as the second runner-up, which left us with Thailand and Nicaragua as the top 2. And we found out that Thailand was our first runner-up, and that Miss Universe 2023 is Nicaragua, Janice Palacios, and I am so excited to see her reign. It was so evident that she was going to do well just watching her in prelims. She has such an amazing performance during prelims, national costume, and then obviously the night of the show, and I'm very excited. She's the first woman to bring home the Miss Universe crown to Nicaragua, and I know that her country is probably so proud of her. And just by her winning reaction, you could see how much it meant to her and almost the weight of it. She's not just there representing herself, she's representing her entire country. And she did amazing. And I'm very excited to see her reign and everything that it has to bring. Anyways, that's a wrap on Miss Universe 2023. Such a fun time. Thank you guys for coming along and watching and sharing your opinions with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm very excited for what's coming for this channel, so definitely stay tuned. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What did you think of the Miss Universe pageant? I want to know your opinions. Follow me on my social channels. Both my pageant and personal Instagram are linked down below. And hit subscribe to keep up with more pageant content. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye!